WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. Not really sure how rare and exotic this one is. From Smooth Ambler, their Contradiction Rye. Not the bourbon that came out 2016, but their rye that came out 2021. Now, this has not reached Europe yet. At least it hasn't reached Germany. And so I bought this when I did my distillery tour in August of 2024. I was driving from Virginia to Kentucky, and basically I drove right by the distillery from the interstate. It was just a 10-minute little detour to get there. Lovely tour, lovely people, great place to be. If you're ever anywhere close to that in West Virginia, please stop by. It was really, really worth my time, and it wasn't a big detour anyway, so they're not far off from that, from the interstate that runs by there. So Contradiction Rye, a blend of straight rye whiskey. So what do we have here? We do have non-chilled filtered. I like that. No color added. It is 52.5%. And the bottle costs about $40 in the States. All right, so I do have batch number 65. I was amazed that they've done 65 batches already. Can you read the name? Is it Deanna or who is that? I don't know. All right, so according to breakingbourbon.com, at least the batch number 8 was a blend of 2 Tennessee whiskeys, one with a rye mash bill of 51%, the other with 70% rye, MGP rye, 95.5, and Smooth Ambler rye, 88% rye. So we have a lot of different things going on in here. I bought directly from the States and sent it over to myself here back in 2023, Smooth Ambler Founder's Cask Rye, straight rye whiskey. I fell in love with that bottle. That was so delicious that I actually, because of that one bottle, I planned my tour to actually go to that distillery. So, and then I was there, and then I saw this, and I was like, I'm not really sure. My tour guy said that's his favorite bottle that they have on the shelves. He's like, really? It's the Contradiction. The bourbon was meh. And he goes, no, Jason, that's really good stuff. And I was like, okay, good. And so I bought it, and I must admit, I am pleasantly surprised here. All right, so it came out in the fall of 2021. So it's been on the market now for 3 years, basically. So 3 years, 46 batches. So that's what, 15 batches a year. So why not? I'm going to compare it to, this time I'm going to go to this bottle. Why not? So I'm going to do that. To this. Now you're going to say, Jason, but why are you in Texas? Texas whiskey has nothing to do with West Virginia whiskey. Well, you're wrong. There's a lot that they have in common, a lot more than most people actually know. So we like to talk in the whiskey world about those evil corporations that control the whiskey world. The Camparis, the Bacardis, the Diageos, and what's another big player? Oh, okay, Beam Suntory, forgot about them. But here we have Pernod Ricard. So if you ever had anything from Ireland, it's probably from Pinot Ricard. Middleton, Jameson, Redbreast. For many years, actually, even even Bushmills before they sold it off, and Diageo took it and sold it off again. But it's amazing what brands actually Pernod Ricard in the last couple of years have, I'm going to say, gobbled up in America. TX. I like this. Fort Worth, Texas. It used to be the Firestone and something distillery there. So, but it's TX. This is their rye. This is 50%. This is so good. This uses the pecan yeast that Firm Solution helped develop for them. Smooth Ambler they bought up. Rabbit Hole they bought up. My beloved whiskey here that I just adore, Lot 40 belongs to Pernod Ricard. And Jefferson's. So Jefferson's now belongs to Pernod Ricard. They've actually started, if they have not completed building a distillery for Jefferson's, going to pump out a lot of stuff. If you ever had J.P. Weiser's, belongs to them as well. They have nice distilleries that have happened to come around in the last couple, 10, 15, 20 years here. And so when I was at the Smooth Ambler Distillery in Maxwellton, West Virginia, I asked them, how have Pinot Ricard been treating you? And it's like, fantastic. Very, 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 very nice. So that's good. All right. So the slogan, the motto of this whiskey, here the contradiction. You see the elephant on the little cask here, and it's just like something that shouldn't happen. Is the sum is better than the parts. Just if you took the individual parts, those Tennessee whiskeys, the Indiana whiskey, the West Virginia whiskey, and tried them individually, yeah, good. And you put them all together, wow. That's what they expect us to say. All right. Now, blending is, and you take whiskeys from different, it says a blend of straight rye whiskeys. So you can have, this is the weird thing about American laws, all right? You can have literally, I'm going to say 100 different distilleries from Kentucky. You put them all into a big vatting tank, you bottle them, it's Kentucky straight bourbon. Straight does not mean single. You take one distillery from, I'm going to say Lawrenceburg, Indiana, you take 2 miles away on the other side of the river from Kentucky, maybe like Old Poke or something like that, and you mix those two barrels, it's a blend of straight rye whiskeys. Because we define whiskeys according to states. That's why we have the Kentucky straight, we have the Tennessee, we have the Missouri straight, we have the Virginia straight, and Texas straight, and whatever else. It's always the one state that's involved. And so as long as you stay within those state lines, it's Kentucky straight. If you mix it from different states, ooh, a blend of straight rye whiskeys. And that's what they did here. All right, so if that's fair, I don't know. That's something we have to just live with, I guess. On the nose. That's good. It's got a fruitiness that I wasn't expecting. It's got brown sugar that I was a little bit expecting. It has that rye bread dough moment going on in there. It has 52.5%, and it is non-chilled filtered. So this has 50%. Does it say non-chilled filtered anyway on this? I don't think so. It says farm, distilled, aged, and bottled in Texas, which I like for Pinot Ricard. Imported over to Paris, and then, we got this showed up in the Netherlands, and I think I bought like 8 or 9 bottles of this. I've given away 3 at least of them, or 4. I only have 2 or 3 bottles left. They are at the moment sold out, and it's like, oh no, I actually wanted to go buy another 4 or 5 bottles, and it's like, oh, not available. It's like, oh crap. Oh well, because I love this one. This is so good. Oh wow. Now, in my German video, I actually just used the Rittenhouse as a comparison whiskey, and this beat this bottle's butt. That's so much better. This is one of my favorite rye whiskeys out there, so it's gonna be a challenge. This is Champions League. This is Super Bowl territory. This is good stuff. All right. So, and if this can even get close to that, that's gonna be. I gave it a B- on in my German channel, so I'm gonna give it at least a B- as well here in my English channel. All right. Cheers. Hmm. Hmm. It's got the thickness of non-chilled filtered whiskey in America. It's got flavor, depth, transitions. That brown sugar's there. A little bit of maple syrup, wood, a fruitiness, even a little bit of it's like a blackberry raspberry moment there going on. Very nice, very nice. Throw in some plums as well. Some dark, rich plums. Even a little bit of figs. Yeah. Good, thick, wonderful. There's a line of white pepper in there. There's a alcoholic heat that for 52.5% is acceptable, but it'd be great if it wasn't there. Very good whiskey. The 50% over here. Cheers. I just love the aftertaste of this. Oh. Happy Jason, happy life. This is like an A-. This is a B-. That's very good. Value for money. I was paying under 40 euros for this. This is $40. I mean, value for money. As I said, I've bought multiple bottles of this. Would I go out in America and buy this again? Actually, I would as a present for someone else. I think the value for money here is a C to C plus. I think what you're getting for your buck is absolutely more than enough. And that's going to be actually my question of the day. You have $50, you have €50, you have £50, around that level. And you want to buy great rye whiskey. What are you going to buy? I hope you don't say Wild Turkey Rye. I'm not a big fan of that, but there are some interesting bottles out there. Like I mentioned, the Lot 40. This used to be under €50. This is $40. There's a lot of other things out. Even Knob Creek Rye is bang for your buck. I mean, hey, that's great. And there's so many other ryes out there. What would you recommend? Thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing. Good product here. I like it. I asked my tour guide, the people at the distillery there, are you going to phase it out now that you have your own stock of rye whiskey maturing and you're putting it out as the founder's choice here, founder's cask? And they're like, I hope not. I don't think so. I think we're going to still have that line as it's separated due to the contradiction here from the others, that will continue on. I don't think it's the best business decision as such, but maybe I think if you're making whiskey, you should be selling your whiskey. I'm not a big fan of saying, yes, we make our own whiskey and we buy and source from others and blend it together. I guess you could, but if it's this level of blending, yeah, go for it. Continue on. But I don't think I think I'd put my focus more on your own products. Also, that's a question. Are you a fan of distilleries that actually make their own product, put some of it into this, and source other whiskeys to make a brand that is very closely connected to the distillery? Who knows? Thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing, telling others, and see you real soon here. Whiskey Jason, liking, loving Rise. Bye-bye.